all changed in the space of a single pistol round here. If Titan get it, it might be possible. And look at this. It's all body armor, Semmler. This is going to be a timed push from Titan. Either they straight rush or they wait at a corner, and as soon as the action hits, they all explode onto a side.
We've seen them do this, I mean, recently as well. This has become a staple for Titan. Just the run and gun straight up, take the fight, and just brutalize your opponent as quickly as possible. The problem is that their entry fragger is still tilted. Apex, you know, he needs to get his head in the game if he's going to be taking point to create space for his team. I mean, is Maniac going to be the one stepping up again for Titan? Is that going to be the case? We're about to find out now, because Titan are currently grouped up in second mid, waiting to see if anybody's going to be pushing around from EnVy. EnVy, in the meantime, holding very passively. Apart from the shoulder peaks and apartments, they really aren't giving much to Titan to work with here.
Okay, well, there's the first engagement. Are they going to keep pushing behind it? They are slowed down for a second with a flashbang. That's really good from Smith here, but he's down to 7 health as well. Not a lot to work with. Shox moving into apartment, spots out Maniac, and he's going to keep fighting for a moment. Just trying to see if they can create some space and push Titan back a little bit. Surprised Titan haven't gone full throttle at the moment, but now they finally will. Rushing in Shox to find the opening headshot on Apex. He's the first man going down once again. Kenny and RPK returning, and Maniac coming in on Happy. It's looking good right now for Titan. They desperately need this round. Kiyoshima running out of bullets and also out of health. RPK will take him out. NBK, the last man standing. 1v3, and it's too much for him to handle. Kenny will take him out, and Titan win the round. Very nicely done.
And so little impact had by Kiyoshima. He's playing the key position on that A site, that man in pit. He's supposed to be able to watch short, watch onto the site, watch long, watch the wraparound. Basically, he's just got the most commanding position to defend that site with, and he has zero impact, literally zero impact that round. It was Shox, he was stepping in, getting kills, and Smith getting a kill. I mean, he needed to really step in and at least get one kill as they try and push up short. Instead, Titan are able to get ahead in the kills, and they just keep pressing from there. So really well done there by Titan once they decided to group up, and the brute force method worked.
It did. And EnVy playing this round with 3 smokes. So that's a very cool way of playing, I think, a second round like this. Shox going down to existence, even though it was close range with that Max 7, could have worked out perfectly. Not going to be this time.
The advantage of, yeah, exactly, the Mac 10 as well, though. You know, zipping around these corners, just so fast and so much damage, but the first headshot comes in. Kiyoshima point blank takes out existence. He's not able to follow up, however. RPK is going to be there. It's now down to Happy, who gets wrapped around on, but they're coming out ahead just barely. Both of them reloading, and it's going to be Maniac there to save the day, save his teammate, and take out that last man. It's now down to the 1v1. Apex does manage to sneak his way up onto the site. He decides to take the fight, and he wins out versus NBK. Crucial clutch round there for Titan, but look at the damage inflicted.
And I've got to ask, how much do you think Apex had to summon to go for that repeat? Because he's had an awful an awful tournament so far here. Really not a lot to show for, but he goes back, takes the fight, and that's all they need. Armor again on EnVy. They actually just keep buying.
Yeah, no fear. No fear. This is like just trademark Happy as well. If he sees that they're weak, if he knows that, okay, we did so much damage last round, he's not a player, a caller who will back off from that. He's just going to say, bye. We're going to keep the pressure up. We're so good with pistols. We get the Kevlar, and now we get to see if Shoxy can actually have an effect here. He steps out and gets the first kill on RPK. Nearly gets the second as well. Existence, does he dare run into it? He does, and takes massive damage.
Yeah, important return frag there coming out from existence, even though it's really scary having to chase someone in those hallways. Every corner you turn, you just know the blood's still on the wall from whatever fight was going on up there. Smiths will be walking in. He's picked up the MP7 as well, so he could try and do a little bit of work there. Happy in the corner to drop Apex once again. This mind game is going to continue. He just can't get out of limbo. And NBK in the back of the site, new boxes here, goes for the fight, wins it against Kenny. That's a bomb delivered right to his feet. Now he's calling for backup quick. He takes the headshot on Maniac. Oh no, it's down to existence. 1v4 at the moment. Hiding and boxed in as well. Smith's right on that card. He does go down, and now they know where he is, and they're just shooting through, and there it is. Happy to pick up the kill, and the investment more than worked out for them.
Yeah, more than worth it in the end. Just getting so many kills. NBK, the first one already is a thing of beauty. Catches out Kenny S. I mean, Kenny just jumping in there, full YOLO. But this one, I mean, that's just peeks out and takes Maniac out. That was just such a sick kill for NBK. And he was just playing that so well, just dancing behind the boxes, never giving a full target for Titan to take advantage of, really forcing them to come to him. And that's exactly how you have to play that position behind new boxes. Pretty much the most key position on the B site. Just so important to just play for time there. Molotov to top banana, though. That's going to clear out the angle, and Apex rushes forward, clears out sandbags, and that's the key play there. Now he knows, nobody lurking in banana. We have control of this portion of the map.
Yeah, and statistically, a lot more likely that means enemy is going to keep 2 people on B, because if they have control of banana, they might be able to leave 1 person there. So a little bit of is accomplished in that sense for the Titan team. Now they're starting to fall back towards the middle. If this can work, if Titan can step back in here and put enemy down, again, this is as much a mental game as it is anything else right now, because of the personal histories between all these players.
Exactly. I mean, it really is apparent as well. There's so much pressure on Titan. They want to beat Envy so badly. And already the fake coming in on the A side, Happy rotating, over-rotating into CT. Shoxy's going to get the first kill into Maniac, but instead it's just going to be his teammate getting cleaned up. NBK does kill 1 off, however. He does get that kill onto Kenny. That's a big frag there.
Oh, I was going to say, Existence is key. He really needs to step up big and get a kill and then stay alive, because that was going to be the big time sink in there for enemy. Now they can focus on the bomb side. Apex right at the edge, charges out. He goes down, very nearly gets the kill here. RPK, last man standing, great double kill to turn it into a winnable 1v2, but they're already on the bomb. They're going to have to stop for a moment. They're almost getting the kill, but not quite. And there's enough time, plenty of time for the defuse here. Envy, they win the round, but only barely. If Titan keep having this kind of impact, it's good. It's really good, but oh, they're going to force it up. Look at this.
That is enough, but they're already RPK showing some of that brilliance. I mean, just such an impossible situation, 1v4 for him to actually win. But still, getting Envy to spend a little bit more money in this round, that's still a big play from him. Just Titan now, it's just going to be, you know, who's going to crack first, really. This is just a battle of wills at this point. And Titan getting that plant, they have enough money to get a decent buy-in here. They've got all the nades to work with, so they really could go for whatever they want. Instead, it's going to be the Molotov once again to force NBK back up onto that site. Last time, there was only 1 man here, however. This time around, everybody's joined the party, and NBK not able to get the correct angle for the spray down. Still, picks up the first one. He's still holding his ground, but this is so careful. This is so touch and go.
And this time it was Apex with the entry frag. NBK goes down as well as Kenny's going to pick him up. Shox controlling Flowers for a moment and trying to get the spray on through, but he can't see a thing. Maniac takes out Shoxy, and this is looking very good for Titan. They don't have a lot of health on the Titan side, but the bomb is down and they have a 2-man advantage. A Molotov as well to try and buy more time. And what are Envy going to do?
I mean, just wild spray, basically, from Smiths. Just hoping that somebody's still hanging around oranges, and he's not even going to get that kill. Maniac steps in, gets another pistol frag. Kiyoshima takes out Kenny, but they're all very low right now on the T side. He catches out that man, Maniac, caught out in the open. Kiyoshima running out of time, however, and they're going to play this so well. Existence waiting in pool like this. He doesn't need to peek. He doesn't need to show himself. He's literally going to wait and go for the peekaboo. And Kiyoshima sees that coming, gets the spray, gets right back on that bomb, but there's no time left. He is not going to be able to pick up this round and save it for his team. Instead, it's Titan, yet again, eking out a win.
Yeah, huge round here from the terrorist side. And Envy, they have the money to go for it anyway. Shox, AWP, no armor so far being picked up. Not sure he could afford it either.
That's wild.
So it's AWP, M4, pistols. Like, all of this is really not in a Counter-Strike manual anywhere, but it's just a brutal fight at this point.
Yeah, this just turned into a game of guts. Just who's brave enough? Who's going to stick it out? And Kenny, he just annihilates Shoxy. Maniac takes control of Banana once again. Happy in position to return that frag, but still, Titan with the man advantage at this point. Kiyoshima has picked up that AWP, however, he recovered it off Shoxy, so they do have a sniper rifle, and Happy has succeeded in taking out Apex, so they do bring it back somewhat. Yeah,
3v3, not looking bad at all. And actually, just want to quickly touch on something, and this goes back to Katowice, the last major tournament where Cloud9's Sean Gares that we had on the panel a couple of times was talking about. He said, in the current metagame, really nobody likes giving up for free the first 5 rounds. And in my opinion, Sean is probably one of the hardest working in-game leaders we have in the scene right now. So definitely trust his word on it. And right now they're fighting in past that 5-round mark. They just keep trying to stay in here. Nobody wants to go for a straight-out eco. Kiyoshima timing could almost not be better as he takes out Kenny, but now he's being flanked up from the apartments, and it's a free kill for Existence here. It's a 2v2 bomb plant for the Titan team, and they're planting in a very awkward spot, in my opinion. this is going to make it a little bit harder for the pit player to help out if RPK goes down.
You know, this is a bit odd. Nice little pop flash about to come through. However, Existence not going to spot the man out. That's Smith's trying to push his way up quad right now. And the wraparound starting on long as well. Happy moving in. He's going to take that fight with RPK. Quick trade there. Smith's, he doesn't know where the bomb is planted. He wouldn't need to take this fight. He could have played that completely differently, but he had no idea where that bomb was planted.
Yeah.
And he's not able to turn around and abuse that.
I'm kind of glad for Titans. You know, I want to see a third map here, so I want to see Titans do well. But that could have turned into a really awkward position. And I'm not sure, maybe they felt like they didn't have the time. They might not have known how close EnVy was, but if they knew what we know, I think they would have chosen a different bomb planting position, which does make a big difference after all. Well, now finally, EnVy actually eco. They have pistols, but they don't have armor or any grenades, so we'll see. This should be around where Titans should be able to clean it up. I say should, because it's not set in stone. Maniac, though, great double opening, and Kenny helping out in the middle here. This is what they need.
Now, once again, Maniac waking up, and he's once again top fragging for Titan right now versus EnVy. Just big achievement from him, actually, being able to step up and go toe-to-toe with these players. RPK is going to take out Shoxy, who was lurking in apartments, and it's down to Smiths now with that CZ. Looking to see if he can't pick up at least one player here. In Existence, I mean, they're still lurking around, just looking for him right now, still spread out very much across this map, Titan. But Titan, once this was pretty much just how that anti-eco needs to go, right? Just picking them apart, 3 very quick frags, and then lurking around on the map and picking up the remaining players. They're going to be able to save some money this round, Titan, and that's so important for them now, because if they were to get back into that brawl again, where they lose this round and EnVy are able to buy up and keep buying, right, Titan need to have money in the bank to just keep that pressure up and go for rifles. So now they have that. Little bit of breathing room, but yes, you know, the YNK pointing out, you know, the fact that EnVy, this is them just spending every dime they've got.
Yeah, very, very costly round. And look at the quick take in apartments here for Titan, just instantly clearing it out, making sure that they've got control of that. See if it's going to work out for them. Still in pit is Shox and Kiyoshima close by in the A-bomb site. I love to see them try and get everyone out of apps at the same time. Maniac winning that fight against NBK. Big opening kill, and NBK could have maybe played that more passively, or at least got a teammate to try and flash him in. So maybe a little bit too much bravery going on. Shox raiding right at the edge here for Existence, and the rest are coming through quad. Kenny opens up Existence to take down Shox. Is looking great right now for Titan. And Smiths and Happy are left. Maniac dodging death only, well, barely, down to 11 health, but what a round.
Yeah, just fantastic. NBK, who was just so instrumental in the EnVy win on Mirage, who just continuously delivered entry frags for his team. Here on Inferno, he's not quite managing that. I mean, he's kind of sitting at 5 frags right now, but we should be expecting him to win that duel versus Maniac. And you can tell by his reaction as well on the cam. He was convinced he was going to take that. So when he fails, it's the straight face plant. You can really tell that frustrated him. So now the pressure has just been reversed. It's Titan who have all of the control and who should have all of the confidence, because they're about to pick up 6 rounds on their T side. Now everything is on EnVy to turn the tide and hold on to these 2 guns. They absolutely need to hold on to these 2 M4s. And they will do so.
Now this is where it's like a personality and a team style difference. I'm not sure if there's like a right or a wrong here, but you have to wonder if it would be worth it for Titan to try and play a mental game on EnVy here. You know, do a little bit of trash talking back at this point, you know, just try and see if you can really get to them, because, you know, they've been doing, like, that's the sort of the flip side of trash talking, is if you start losing once you've been trash talking. I think everybody knows this.
Oh yeah.
It can mentally backfire quite hard. Shox running through, they did spot him, so they know they've kind of been, their lineup has been infiltrated, and they're just waiting for him all over the place. But this is buying great time for EnVy.
This is, look, I mean, this is like 30 seconds now gone past, and the Titan are still sitting in second mid waiting for Shoxy. Shoxy just holding his ground. Smiths, however, peeks out and fails to get the kill on Existence. Instead, it's Shoxy who takes out Apex instantly. He knows that somebody's lurking there. He knows he's not going to be able to get onto that AK for free. Instead, he just continues to buy more time, because, look, Existence now has to work his way back here and set it up. RPK gets spotted out by Kiyoshima, who now has the M4 to work with. And this could be a big kill here. Shoxy gets the drop on Existence. Kenny, however, does take out Kiyoshima, because Kiyoshima was lurking a bit too long in bedroom there. But this is back into a 3-on-3, and Shoxy is still in the back lines, and now he's got an AK to play with.
So much done just from Shoxy's position here. Happy's failing the spray, but he picks up a double anyway, and Shox comes through, triple in total. That is a a strong testament to what could be done by just one person being incredibly annoying. But really, really beautiful positional play from Shox there.
Is Happy playing with a rival right now? Can we get somebody to check? Because like that random jump out of nowhere, that nearly cost him. That could have opened everything up for Titan. They could have gone right up mid at that point. Way too close, way too close. But EnVy eking out the win. They've got that win on the board now. So now it's Titan having to tap into that considerable bank that they've developed over the past several rounds.
Hey, but I've had 2 rivals and none of them have done it. So I'm starting to think it's just an excuse people make up.
You think it's Randy excuse?
Exactly.
Patented?
NBK, this time he wins the fight against Maniac, which is really big. And they've got a double setup in pit here. If Titan try and go for this out of apps or quad, it should be shut down entirely from EnVy. I mean, unless they have great smokes, this is very hard to deal with, this double pit setup.
This is pretty much the ultimate lockdown that EnVy have set up. And also on the B site, they have prepared, Shoxy has prepared to rotate off of that site. Or no, not Shoxy, probably Happy, of course. They are prepared to rotate back off towards the A site if need be. Smith's also getting in position at Arch. And right now, actually, EnVy have shifted things up into a bit of a catch-all play. Smith's waiting on Speedway, 2 guys on B, 2 guys on A. They're waiting to see where Titan are going to show themselves. And Kyoshima getting that kill on Existence and spotting out that Existence is alone is a big tell. Happy is going for one of his plays. He flashes his way through the smoke. He's in the back line. They have no idea where he is. He could shut them all down. He could go for the ultimate backstab. And he is going to get the 1 kill. Instead, it's NBK who comes forward and takes out both rushing Titan members.
Yeah, but I mean, that play works on so many levels, doesn't it? Because if NBK just goes down here, they'll never know that Happy was going to walk out behind them in the smoke. So still pretty interesting stuff. And it's what I tried to explain earlier is that Happy is in like a club that has very few members in this sense. And it's maybe like him, Snacks, and potentially JW. They're like 3 players in the world that'll play like this. And maybe it only works because they are such a close circle. Like if everyone started playing, the rest of the metagame would probably change to deal with it. But because it's only a few players, they kind of get away with it, where not many other people can. It's got to be frustrating to play against, but it's really fun to watch.
I can't imagine. I mean, if it had an NBK got taken out and all of a sudden he just wipes out all 3 members from behind and they have no idea.
Look at Happy.
Talk about shattering. And yeah, there you go. Once again, pushing down. He gets spotted though. Existence keeping an eye on Banana. Well played there by Existence to be thorough. The flash comes out and Happy not going to be able to get anything done there. Apex looking to pressure him and Happy nearly gets caught out in the open. Very close call there for him. Now EnVy, I mean, EnVy are just consolidating the defense. We can see they're fully focusing on short and apartments right now. And Shoxy decides, okay, we're not going to worry about apartments. We're going to smoke that off. Instead, it's going to be Smith and Kyoshima trying to hold here. Apex looking for the pressure, but Kyoshima boosted up on high. Going to pick that one up, and he's just keeping his teammate alive. Nothing working for Titan right now in this round. And it's down to Maniac, who's only got 3 points of health and not a whole lot of hope on him. Not a lot of hope at all. If he can get the drop on somebody here, but that really shouldn't happen. EnVy should be able to keep all 5 rifles alive.
Yeah, and they will. So 5-6, EnVy just stabilizing a little bit here. I think if they can make this 9-6, it's still pretty much anybody's game. That would be decent. Titan probably happy with 6 rounds, but not, I think, overly excited at this point in time.
I think that they'll definitely be feeling like they could have got more. So that's the big thing. But they do manage to, just basically get a bye going here in the 12th round. So they actually have some rifles. They have a decent nade count, and now they seem to start to want to group up again. All 4 members here ready to take control of Banana, hoping that somebody's going to be peeking out, that they're going to be able to pick somebody up early. NBK not going to be able to hold up close. Instead, he's kind of dancing around, but there's Apex leading the charge, running through his own Molotov, and that timing works out brilliantly. Both players getting overwhelmed so quickly on that B site, and all of it off of Apex, going for like a bit of an Olafmeister Forest play, just running through his own Molotov.
Yeah, it's really, really a good principle. Apex picking up a 2nd kill here, doing a lot to win this round for his team, and in fact, the rest of EnVy should definitely try and eco, not try and retake this. So, good job on Apex. I think it might be hard to appreciate. I mean, if we had the time, later on, or maybe someone, I know some journalists that I hear at the venue should do it, like try and talk to Apex about the mental strength it takes, because when you keep, I don't want to keep failing, but when you keep having really, really bad rounds that Apex is having all throughout the first map, and this map has not been that much better for him so far, you keep having to find the courage or find the inner strength to say, I'll keep doing it. Like, my team relies on me as the entry fagger. I can't just mentally surrender, so I just have to keep going for it. It's actually very, very tough to do that. Yeah, someone should interview him about it, because it's it's a quality that certain players have, and there are very, very few of them that can sort of keep grinding it out. So credit to Apex for doing it, but they do need him more. They need him even more than that right now.
And it feels like, it's too much to ask almost. Like, Apex, you keep running in and taking bullets to the face, but we need you to keep doing that, mate. Thanks.
Yeah. And you can't get dispirited, you can't get upset about it. You just have to keep accepting that you're a guy for this job.
Yeah, he's still bottom fragging again. 4 frags for him so far in this half. It's really rough for Apex.
But 2 of them in that round just won them the whole round. So high impact frags, definitely. Existence charging on through to open up on Shocks. That's a big kill. You definitely saw that coming. Smith, though, holding a very good angle, covering all of mid from Archway.
Smith, Shoxy holding a bit aggressive a few too many times there, became a little bit predictable. Instead, they're going to line up here on B site. NBK taking this fight versus Maniac, who's going to win in the end. And now they have control of the B site once again. Titan punishing Envy for playing aggressive.
And Apex got the opening frag once more. It's only 1 kill, but that's all you need. If you're the entry fragger, 1 kill, and that's it. The rest of your team will do it for you. If you get more than that, it's just fine. You see Freiburg on NIP, exactly the same philosophy into it. Just 1 kill, and the rest of your team is going to open up on it. And
Except if it's a championship, and then Freiburg gets like 4 of them, right? Or something crazy.
Yeah, well...
I'm messing with you, bro.
Especially it feels like when NIP is behind, Freiburg is like, I've got to do more. I got to do more. Well, Smith and Kiyoshima are left here, 2v3, and it's going to be Smith going down. Kiyoshima just trying to hide. Actually, he could... Could he run in the fuse?
Does he dare?
Well, he can't now, but I think if he had straight run for it, RPK is checking now, but if he had straight run for it, I'm wondering if he would have had the time. He could never know that. And the chances, it's very unlikely, right? 10 seconds, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, he wouldn't have had it.
It'd have been real close, real close.
So, I've had a theory going for a long time. I think I've stated multiple times on stream that the big problem Titan were facing before RPK joined was that Apex was simultaneously the entry fragger and also their star player, like their mad fragger. You can't have that because the entry fragger, almost by definition, dies very early on in the round. Getting 1 or 2 kills in 1 is enough. And my theory all along was that the golden age of Titan is going to come when Apex can sort of suicide himself and the rest of the team will still work. And I'm not sure we're entirely there yet, but we're moving closer. And I made this prediction. You can go back and watch the VODs. I think Titan is going to be one of the strongest teams this year, about 2 months from now. That's my prediction.
Well, that's what you have to hope, because RPK, RPK is there, but now the question is, does he manage to get back up to that source legend, or legend status, right? And, well, Apex, man, once again, just walks in and dominates. Double kill to open up the B site, and already in position to catch the rotator through on CT. Apex is waking up. And this is so important. He's such a momentum player. If he can go into the second half, having hit some crucial shots here like this to close out the first one, he's going to be a monster.
Oh, man, this is crazy. Apex scoring for a 3rd kill, and he's going to get it on Smith as well. Kenny to help him. Takes out Kiyoshima. The bomb making its way in. Took a lot of time, but it finally got there. Watching Apex in this best of 3 so far, I know I've been going on so much about him, but this really is like it's like watching a guy running the marathon, and then when he gets to like the last couple of miles, all of a sudden he just wakes up again, and it's like he's just begun. It's crazy. This is an insane personal performance coming out from Apex, and this is actually the reason why one of the reasons why Counter-Strike is so much fun is because one person can make this difference, and he's overcome a lot this game. I'm really impressed.
And one thing to point out is that RPK is, in fact, top fragging right now for Titan. Maybe not the high-impact frags, but still, doing his work, doing what he needs to do. And one thing that we need to point out as well is that, it is, like, pretty clear-cut his position, because guess who he's replacing, right? Cali, I know we don't really speak his name very often, but, Cali was that player for Titan, that you had that 1-2 punch combination between him and Kenny. And so, yeah, RPK, he does have, big shoes to fill, even though, vacation and everything like that. So,
well, it actually does go to speak of to RPK's style in general, and she's not the most flashy player. He just plays consistently well. If you could play a game where you just kill 1 person per round and that's it, you'd be doing fantastically. Like that, you'd be one of the best players in the world, essentially, because doing that is very hard. But that's roughly what RPK is up to. Just slowly grinding out the rounds. You don't see it all the time, but he's there getting it. Maniac goes down, though. NPK opening up here, and it's the 15th round. Titan have done so much in this first half.
And NBK is literally going to burn. No, he gets sprayed down by Happy. Happy, what have you done?
See, that's Happy going for a little bit more. It goes down to Kenny. And if I had been on the Titan team right now, I'd probably just pause for a moment and type a smiley face in the chat just to get back at Happy. If he can dish it out, he can take it as well. It's 4v3 right now. Shock, Smiths, and Kiyoshima trying to salvage this first half for Envy. Definitely not what they were looking for so far.
Yeah, you can see, man, there's just a complete shift. Now Titan are the ones who look extremely focused, who look like they've got everything going for them. They're talking a lot as well, Kenny with the call-outs, whereas look at NBK just like leaning back. I mean, granted, you know, he's dead right now, but you know, still just looking dejected right now on Envy's side. Apex Shoxy, very quick exchange of frags there, and that's going to create some space here on this A site. 30 seconds left, the bomb about to get planted unless Kiyoshima can just go for some magical play here. Apex and Kenny both very low, but Kenny steps out and catches Kiyoshima off guard with that AWP, does not miss the shot. That's pretty much also the difference there. If Kenny misses that shot, he's pretty much dead, like guaranteed 99%. But Kiyoshima, not going to be able to react in time that time, and it is going to be 10-5 at the end of the first half for Titan. You know, we were talking about how Envy had a phenomenal first half on Mirage with their T side. Titan just won up to them like pretty severely.
Yeah. What a rivalry we've got going on here. And nobody is running away with this game. They're all so close to each other. No one's underperforming, and no one is just like carrying the whole team here. It's just, these are just two, at least right now, fairly evenly matched teams, it seems, and just going at it. It's a real delight to see. Envy going for 4 armor and 1 person with a grenade, that's NBK, and what looks like it's going to be a B push eventually.
And spreading out basically into a bit of a catch-all situation here. Waiting a Banana, keeping control of Banana to see if anybody's going to be peeking out from there. And instead, once again, Titan shifting up how they play. They've gone for this stack as well earlier when they played Inferno, 4 players on the A site. But before, their hallmark was to go 3 guys on B early on to be a counter push, basically, to shut down any kind of rush that would come rushing onto that B site. So Titan shifting up their strategies. And right now, Envy, they're actually developing towards this A site with the bomb. They could walk right into this stack. Apex taking out Smiths is certainly not going to help things.
It's got to be annoying. Shocks walking in on Quaddy goes down to Kenny. That's a good opening headshot here. Envy do need this pistol round desperately. They want to close out this map 2-0. Which I think is what a lot of people, including us, have predicted. So it's just turning around at the moment. Kiyoshima will find Kenny, and it's down to Happy and Kiyoshima.
And they've got such a tremendous advantage now. 4 players alive, near on full HP. Still even some nades to work with. As I say that, though, Maniac takes a nade to the face and gets dropped down to 13. But Kiyoshima's got 19. Happy's got 16. They have no more nades. They literally have to land headshots and nothing but. But Existence is going to overwhelm Kiyoshima. That's the bomb dropped as well, and now it's all Happy, basically, all on his lonesome. He gets spotted out on short as well, and that's going to be an easy kill there for RPK, who has shown that he could tap. But dude, I did say there was Titan because it's the 50-50, man.
Yeah,
he won last time. It has to be Titan this time.
Anyone is welcome to check this. Tweet Shoxy and ask him for my prediction before the match started. Because Shox asked me when they were getting ready, said, "What do you think, Anders? What is it going to be?" And I said, "I think it's going to be 2-1 to you guys." And he said, "What map are we going to lose?" And I said, "Probably either if they play Cash or Inferno. One of the maps where Kenny isn't going to be opening too much." That was my theory. I'm not saying it's worked out yet, but tweet Shox and ask him. Existence going to be taking out MBK here, and it's looking very likely at the moment, put it like that. But I still think Envy is the better team overall.
Oh, certainly. I mean, there's no discussion. This is just one of those weak spots, essentially. It's like Pronax, struggles versus Existence as far as calls are concerned. When it comes to the domestic matchup, like, this is the most tense one, apart from, like, Nip Fnatic. Or even Dignitas TSM, that one's shaping up to be a very interesting one as well. But already Maniac just laying in, going to work. Smith is going to be able to get the shot in, and Kiyoshima as well. Once again, it's turned into an all-out brawl. Kiyoshima with the deagle, runs out of bullets. He had Apex dead to rights, and Apex just steps in and gets the headshot as well. So a little bit of insult to injury there at the end. Apex just making quick work of him. But Titan, they managed to hold and actually do a pretty good job of it, keeping quite a few members alive.
And look at Maniac, jumping and shooting with the USPS there.
Give a little
bit annoying. There's an auto shotgun in play as well on RPK. We can't really ignore that because it's a very, very practically non-existent weapon in competitive play, but...
that is actually... I'm wondering if that was a misbuy, if he didn't try to go for another shotgun there.
Apex,
regardless.
Look at this. He has really just discovered himself again here on Inferno. 3 kills. Maniac and Kenny helping out with the last 2. 13-5. It's do or die time for Envy.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is it right here in the 19th, the buy round for Envy. They didn't take any real risks the last couple rounds. I mean, this is just basically straight Glock mowdown. In Apex, you guys can see just that replay. Calmly standing his ground there as well in mid. Not trying to back off or run away, trying to reload the FAMAS. He just clicks away with that USP. Now Titan, they did go for the 3B actually to open things up here. The anti-aggression and Apex getting caught out in apartments, getting a little ahead of himself there. Smith changing up his position and manages to land that headshot. Key kill coming in for Envy that could really lead to something that they can develop here.
Right, so Apex actually gets flashed in from Archway. Someone throws a flashbang that he can go peek at. He just overstayed his welcome. He's supposed to peek and get the kill instantly. And then when he doesn't, he spotted one guy and he just kind of stayed for a moment. That's too much. The rest of the team is going to get unflashed. So I think just a little bit, maybe too much confidence going into it. The frag is returned though as Shox goes down. Existence playing at the edge, gets the kill right as the smoke goes up. And Kiyoshima definitely dead as well. Smiths would have been if there had been more bullets in that FAMAS, but it's going to be followed up here. Existence doing wonderful work here. The Belgian player taking down 3, and it's up to Happy in a 1v4, and this might be for the map.
Yeah, this is pretty much it, unless Envy can just come through with some kind of magical play here, Happy in particular. But Existence, you have to give him the nod there for the reactions as well, to turn away from that pop flash. Just, he is clearly dialed in right now. Whereas this smoke is about to clear. Happy though, they line up for him. Double headshot. This is actually worst case scenario now. Can he get onto the site? He wins out versus Existence. Maniac now the only man alive. Happy going for the plant, facing Banana. Maniac just gonna step out and get the instant headshot. He gets the job done. And now he has plenty of time to save up the rifles as well. But that was way too close for comfort. Happy. Oh. Yeah, okay. Maniac letting him know. There we go. There we go. That's what you have to do. Rub it in. And you can see NVK waving his hands around right now. There's some discussion happening on NV's side.
Oh, that's a great moment. Just gonna go and stare the corpse of Happy right in the eyes. I was wondering for a moment if he was looking for the auto shotgun save instead of the AWP, but no luck. 14-5. This has just turned into a very interesting match. And Titan right now winning even more against Envy than Envy were against Titan on the previous map. So something to consider as well.
Yeah, this is full tilt CS right now. That's exactly what's happening. And then, I mean, Smiths, there is a trade, however. Shoxy comes back in, but then gets picked off by Kenny. And RPK now, does he get the drop on NBK? He does, but he doesn't win the duel. NBK reacts in time, controls his spray, and brings it back to a 3-on-3. Both of these teams beat up right now. Maniac, very low. Kiyoshima as well. This is very even, actually, between both of these teams at this point. Although Envy, they might have the advantage. They're deciding to go toward the aid site, though, and there's 2 players here holding for Titan, including the AWP on Kenny.
Oh, such a big kill on Kenny. Almost could have got that second one as Kiyoshima was already very low. But Titan can afford to play this very safely at the moment and just buy time. Great flash out, and Maniac mows both of them down. That was a 3v3 that we're just witnessing, but that's actually one of the really rare moments where we saw RPK playing aggressive instead of passive. He's one of the most passive players. If he had played passive, actually maybe he should have, because if he had kept playing passive instead of fighting MBK, they would have just had a straight up 4v3 and a better chance. It worked out great anyway, and I think RPK is one of the few players who very rarely make that mistake, but it's just a tiny point.
No, it's worth mentioning as well when you get into a 3-on-3. Kenny and Apex once again starting strong, however, very limited nades for Envy to work with here, so really they have 2 smokes. No flashes to open things up, nothing really to just get any kind of space to work with. So unfortunately for them, they just get gunned down easily there by Titan, who now just get to fall back and hold onto the sites, play the clock, and really force Envy to just try and set up something, anything, with the limited nades they have to work with here.
I'm really quite shocked. I definitely had Envy picked. I mean, even if I thought they could lose Inferno, I definitely thought it was going to be like much closer. It'd have to be like a, you know, overtime and everything. But right now, Titan have just found the right groove. Apex gonna pick off Shox here, playing Graveyard already. Usually, not many people play Graveyard this early in the round.
There is a bit of an infiltration happening, however. Look at Smiths. He's going to be able to catch out Apex completely. Great kill there, and they're looking to just collapse, but Existence is waiting already. He's holding this line. Smiths doesn't come charging around the corner. Instead, he gets picked off by RPK at range. RPK just slaughtering them, and Existence is there to pick up the last kill on Happy. Very quick work coming in.